Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to 4cc Slugger Season 2. No music in the background because we've got a lot to talk about. We're not going to loop music for like 15 fucking minutes, implying that we can keep this under 15 minutes. But we're going to try. We're not going to talk about the very specifics of the draft and how each team drafted, but we will go team by team, what they look like now, how they look like last season, what we expect from them, key departures, arrivals, and most importantly, not just expect from them how they play, but where they finish. And starting off in alphabetical order, we'll just go with the Berto sucks. Berto retains captaincy. One of the few captains to actually do that. And relatively the same team, strength-wise, overall.
Oh yeah, very similar to last season. The big change are their key arrivals with Baby Daisy and Daisy. They actually traded for the rights to keep these two players, kept these two players. Big things out of Baby Daisy last season. Very good player. Daisy, very good player. They've got Sugoi a little bit to help with their chemistry a little bit. Baby Daisy, we're going to play really well with Light Blue Yoshi, with Pink Yoshi, to sort of mix in that teamwork, that team network of chemistry. And don't forget about Toadette either, not mentioned as a key arrival, but a big pickup. Played for the Sluggies last year, and she's gonna have a field day with that pink chemistry in the field.
Yeah, that's fair. I looked at Toadette and was like, she wasn't really impressive last season. But that is a question that we'll be asking. Is like, not to pick on the Sluggies of the Tax Dodgers, but they did finish 7th and 8th. How many of those players going to other teams will blossom or like realize their he's on the screen anyways. I'll say it, potential, if you will, on a new team.
Yeah, season 2, we're not going to really talk about the draft, but the teams, we're going to hear this a lot today, a lot better than last season because we all know what we're doing. We know how to go out and get that chemistry, and so these teams are going to look a lot nicer, a lot more compact, a lot more networked, and the Sucks are benefiting. Like they didn't really struggle with chemistry last season, but they're definitely not struggling with it this season.
Yeah.
Do you think they're going to miss Blue Critter?
Yeah, I was going to transition to that. Like, so they didn't have a lot of chemistry, and Blue Critter was one of the big not chemistry parts of their lineup. But he's still, I think, a big departure just because he's so solid defensively. He could play center field and second base seamlessly.
Mm-hmm. And he played pretty good second base for him after they took him out of center field last season. After the 14th concussion, they decided to move him to second base.
Concussion protocol kicked him out of center field.
And offensively, a bit of a liability in the lineup, but he's so good defensively, you just can't not play him, right?
Yeah.
And so I'm sure another team will like him. I really don't think they're going to miss him. They've got good guys for the middle infield to replace that player.
Now the question. Without him. Yeah, and the question for the Sucks for us is like, okay, they have everything on paper that makes you a good baseball team, but do they have a world-beating star player?
Matt, last season, going into the season, Light Blue Yoshi, was their first pick of the draft besides a captain, and everybody had really high hopes for Lebloshi.
Yeah.
And he paid them back at the start of the season very quickly with 4 home runs in his first 3 games, but then only 2 more over his next however many 14 games or so that they got to play. So they're starring him right now, it looks like. So maybe he's going to have a bit of a resurgence. He didn't get that buff that most everyone got, so he's going to be playing about the same. But all they need is him to play as well as he played last season, and he'll be a star player.
Yeah. Well, final prediction. What do you think? Can the Sucks expect?
What can I expect of the Sucks? They finished the regular season first last year.
Oh shit! Hang on. Back that up. Discord ate your audio. Back that up. Do that again. Discord ate your audio. Thanks, Discord.
Okay.
They finished first last year. That's about all we got.
Okay, my bad. Yeah. So
no, you're right.
Yeah, first last year, then the regular season. Their team is looking better than last season. I put them down for 1 again.
Really?
I think they're going to maybe not run the table. I think these guys are really good. I'm expecting them to finish top of the league.
Wow. All righty. Well, damn. Star player be damned, I guess. The Sucks. Then predict, playoff success. We'll see if they can, win a playoff game this time. That wasn't meant to be shade throwing, but I guess it was. Damn. First place again for the Sucks. Bold prediction. I like it. Second in order, Burger King Monarchy, formerly Daisy's Nuts, finished 6th in the regular season. Not quite limped into a wild card spot. They did finish the season strong, but ended up coming within one game of winning the entire thing, having a magical run through the playoffs. They're hitting their dinger stride, destroying the league with dingers. In the draft, they kept their core, which became the Monarchy, King K. Rool, King Boo, or rather Queen Boo, and King C. Had Lizard.
Yes.
And Queen Boo now gets the captaincy. And they traded for more Monarchy, Bowser Jr. and Bowser, and locked in those players. And that seems to be the identity, not that's the identity, but like where this entire season is going to swing is on the acquisition of Bowser Jr. and Bowser. How will that play out for this team?
Yeah, they went out and got them. They paid a respectable price to get the rights to these players. And then Bowser, I mean, as far as the Three Kings are concerned, his bat could use a little polishing.
Mm-hmm.
He didn't get put back in. He didn't get put back in the pool, so he's not going to get that buff. And neither did Bowser Jr. But they were both very good players. Bowser is going to be the lockdown center fielder of the future of the Monarchy. You're not going to see him on the scorecard of like home run, home run, home run, home run.
Right.
But if they counted home runs robbed, there you go. And that's what you want from Bowser, and that's what they're going to get. And they got chemistry with him in the outfield. He's going to be just as fast as last season. He didn't really need the buff, to be honest, in the outfield. Now, Bowser Jr., very interesting.
Yeah.
Very interesting. They went out and got him. Cy Young winner last year, #1 pitcher, and they're playing him in left field and not on the mound.
Really? Night one?
That's what it's currently. I mean, I'm just going on the current team lineup page, so that could change.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
Not playing him on the mound, so it's very interesting. He's going to get his first start here in the second season, not on the mound. I mean, he played some field when he got taken off the mound. He played in the field over in that position, so it's not like it's an unfamiliar place for him.
Yeah.
I'll tell you this about the Monarchy. You can say anything about their bats. You can say anything about their position players or anything like that. As long as they have King C. Had Lizard and King Boo, they're going to be a force to be reckoned with.
Yeah.
You can't do anything. You can't put your outfielders in the bleachers to catch those balls that are going out there. There's just nothing you can do about it.
They just won't count them.
Yeah, they're going to hit these home runs. You can't stop them, even with outfield chemistry. They'll just hit them over. So that was sort of their question last season for these guys. Very often it was like, offensively, can they keep up? Offensively, can they keep up? And you see that season 1 final second place. They've already answered, or second place. They've already answered, yes, we can keep up.
Yeah.
And I think we're going to see more of that this season as well.
Yeah. And the question mark for them, starting pitcher, outfield chem, to pull back the curtain a little bit, looking earlier at this team, we clearly saw that either Junior starts on the mound and they have great starting pitching, Cy Young winner, by the way, or they put him in the outfield where he actually like completes some outfield chemistry. So you either have one or the other, but not both, unless the Monarchy can find starting pitching or a good link out there in the outfield with Bowser. Because clearly Bowser's center field, but do they have the pieces around him to get good chemistry? Because I think at this point, all the managers know outfield chemistry is one of the most, if not the most important thing in a game, besides stingers.
Well, they have Boo. Boo, I believe, as of the time of this recording, is their registered starting pitcher, and he has a history of starting. And he fits right into that Monarchy lineup, so he sort of like slots right in where he needs to. I think that's going to be the big question: is can Boo handle it?
Yeah. Prediction for the Monarchy then. Where do they finish in the table? Berto Sucks already have the 1st spot, so that's locked up.
Well, last season, the Monarchy, they kind of were at the bottom of the table in the regular season, and they had hit their stride in the playoff. Now, I'm going to say their stride continues. King C. Had Lizard is going to run for the title for like home runs and batting. King Boo was not just a home run hitter, but also an average hitter. Very good on base player. Just the complete package. I think we can see everything's going to come together. Give me 1 for these guys.
What? Holy shit!
Give me 1st for these guys.
All right. Well, I mean, you made a more convincing argument there than you did for the Sucks. I think the Sucks are just going to get knocked to tooth here. We put the Burger King Monarchy in 1st there. I mean, to be fair, at the end of the day, like, you can go through all the baseball analytics that you want. At the end of the day, hit dingers. That's what we all want to see. Exactly. That's what wins games, dingers. And this is the dingers team. So, yeah, all right, fine. Monarchy actually 1st they're at first in the regular season, suck second. We'll see what happens in the playoffs. But yeah, love it.
Yeah, of course.
All right, and third, Dallas Sluggies, the team that has that one player who's not the captain, but. Key departures for them. Dark Bones, actually pretty good on paper. Another example of a player that maybe floundered with the Slads in season 1. Here's one of the biggest key departures for me. Shy Guy. Quietly great season at second base, and we'll talk about him later where he's going. And I think the Slads probably backfilled him fine. But yeah, Shy Guy had a really nice season.
They're going to miss Shy Guy. I think anybody who had Shy Guy last season was going to miss Shy Guy, but don't sleep on their replacements in the middle infield. I mean, Hammer Bro, not a replacement, not a new face. We all know what he brings to the table. Very good player. And they went out and got his bro, another brother with a hammer. Well, it's a boomerang, but he's just basically Blue Hammer Brother, who didn't really get a chance to shine last season. A very exciting player to round out their middle infield, and I see we have listed in their strength their middle infield 2 Hammer Bros. They're going to be throwing hammers and throwing boomerangs and sucking everything down in the middle infield. Pardon me taking from the sucks there. They're going to be devouring everything in the middle infield, and then if it gets past them, what do they have? Wario, 200 speed. Ooh. Waluigi, 200 speed. Ooh. These guys are fast. There's no easy placement for the ball against the Dallas Slads.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm really interested to see the bros in the middle infield just sucking balls down, like you said. And, of course, Tiny. Tiny's probably going to get the start. She's going to hit tanks. It's going to be great.
Was Tiny good last season?
A couple times, every once in a while.
Tiny was incredible, and don't sleep on this guy either. From the Tax Dodgers, blooper, put back into the pool, got a buff, and that buff is going to make him look tough. You ever seen that? You ever seen that episode where Squidward gets his face redone and he's like beautiful Squidward? We're going to see beautiful Blooper this season, and I think he's going to have a lot of. He's not going to be Tiny. Don't expect the second Tiny, but expect Blooper when he comes up to plate. It's going to be much watched television.
Dude, he and Ziz are going to looks maxing all the way for the Tax Dodgers. Got it. A question mark that we put down, Boomerang Bro. 131 charge contact. Not great hitting numbers across his ratings, but he still has lots of, excuse me for using the P word again, potential. But he didn't get a lot of playing time last season. There wasn't really a place for him on the mean green. So he almost certainly with Waluigi, Wario, the chemistry there, and he doesn't have chemistry with Hammer Bro, but I mean, he looks cool next to him. He's going to play great at short, I'm sure. Will he deliver in this new spot?
Yeah. That's a big question. If he delivers, then it's just another great bat in the lineup, which they already have plenty of. And interesting here, the bench. We didn't get to talk much about this in the discussion, but Peach, Blue Toad, Purple Toad. If they decide to go with those guys, that's another little triangle of chemistry that they can sort of fit anywhere. Yeah. So they have options too. And last season, I felt like they didn't have a lot of options. This season, they've got a lot of options. Yeah, so they definitely improved a lot. And, of course, I mean, they finished 7th, so almost anything is going to be an improvement. But with Tiny as your core, the sky's the limit. So with that in mind, where do you think they're going to end up? All right, so Tiny, I think, is gonna be poised to put up another MVP season. She's got even more chemistry this year because P Piranha has been gifted Kong chemistry.
True.
A little unknown fact for some of you guys out there. So just by virtue of having this player already, they got more Tiny Kong chemistry. She's gonna really come into her own as a potential MVP. I love their middle infield. I love the speed of their outfield. You know what? Give me one.
You can't keep going to the well.
I can't.
You clearly can't, I guess. Fine, whatever. Dallas Slads are now the 1st team. And to be fair. You know what? I like it. The bros, the F1 Waluigi, the Waz at Ferrario or whatever.
That's going to be exciting. Stay tuned tonight to see that because they're going to get some cool visual overhauls that we haven't seen before. And I do genuinely 100% believe this is going to be the most improved team. And that's not too hard to sort of poke at them. They came in 7th, but I genuinely think these guys are good.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely sky's the limit for them. Next, Dingers! The team Dingers.
First place.
This is the same team. I mean, Rich Pianta is a key departure, but he was replaced with Mike Pianta, which is a better one.
Find someone for key departures because their lineup is going to look basically the exact same as last season. And hell, that ain't bad.
Oh, what the hell? This is actually being covered up by the 8th, so I'm going to remove the 8th so you can see the complete message of their strengths. There you go.
Lol.
Yeah, this is the same team as last year. However, to be fair, this Rich Pianta departure is pretty key.
Yes. So they basically changed the code of paint on their Pianta, but don't be fooled. There's a lot going on underneath the engine here. So if you look on the left, you'll see the season 1 to season 2 roster. The KR means they kept this player but then re-rolled them.
Yeah.
So Get Out of JP will have different stats than last time. Donkey Kong will have different stats than last time, and the guy I want to talk about right here, Spurto.
Whoa.
Oh my God, the Spurto re-roll. He looks like a freaking nightmare. I made this joke last week or maybe a week before last. If anyone has been watching the 4chan Cup, a different streaming service that we provide here at 4CC Network, back in 2015, in autumn of 2015, Spurto absolutely annihilated basically the coolest team in the Cup, like everybody's favorite team. They annihilated that team, and Spurto was the first ever 9-0, and everyone would, I could never forget that. But so imagine that though, that 9-0 performance from Spurto, imagine you were going to see that 14 times this season because he looks absolutely incredible. And
3 of those times, just like last season, will be against the Luigi team, managed by you, coincidentally enough. So yeah, look forward to that.
Hopefully less than 3 times, maybe just twice as much. But yeah, so but the key departure, Rich Pianta, the change of paint for the blue to yellow. So Mike Pianta will have chemistry with Get Out of JP, which is nice. But they're going to be missing that presence on the mound.
Yes.
Last season, in their last 5 games, they went 4-1, starting him in all 5 of those games. And there's a good argument that it's because they started him that they were doing so well. So we'll see. I believe Paragoomba is currently, as of the time of this recording, scheduled to start.
Okay,
He's not pitched before. Now, they put him back. They got him back out of the draft. So he's going to be a little buff from last season, so he probably will look pretty good on the mound.
Same with Goomba.
But that's going to be so. Your question mark, I'll sort of segue to it. Did they improve enough? Because they kept so many players, they don't get that buff. But Goomba and Paragoomba will get that buff. The yellow Pianta that they picked up is getting that buff, and of course the buff to Spurto. I do think they're going to look the same coming out of the box, but this is not the same team. Don't be fooled. This is a much better team than last season.
Yeah. Yeah, and that's true with the Donkey Kong complete reroll and the Spurto big reroll. Get Out of JP did regress, I think, a little bit in the reroll, but I can't remember what.
I'll be honest with you. I think Donkey Kong also took a step back.
Oh, really?
I think maybe not a huge step back, but I think he's going to be a little worse than last season.
I can see that.
But I think he's still going to. He's still Donkey Kong.
Yeah. Well, what we definitely know is that there's no way that. Maybe not no way, but like, as similar as this team is, did they improve? They finished 3rd, punched a little bit above their weight in the playoffs. I don't think there's any way you can rate them. I think 1st, maybe like I'll give you 2nd as absolute highest.
Okay, yeah, no, I like these guys with the Spurto. As Spurto's kind of what they were missing last season. Like, well, they got Baby DK, who's also like a great hitter, but now they've got that 1-2 punch, and their team is as solid as ever. I think if I have to predict, they're going to come in 1st.
Oh, of course you fucking. Okay, well then we'll put them 1st, I suppose. Ding dong diddly, all caps. Domgers. I should have put data validation on this, or maybe put that in the right spot too.
Dingers!
Next team is the guy on screen right now is literally just there to fill space because I have nothing in there. So the Funky Bunch, formerly known as Bowser Melties, it is now Funky's team. Akko got re-rolled. Yotsuba technically became Dixie Kong, not exactly. They traded for Dixie Kong and used a keeper slot on her.
Yes, the only other team to do so. Only 3 teams traded for rights and then kept players, and this is the last one to do so.
Yeah, this is still kind of the me team. Bowser and Baby Daisy, who I believe you mentioned once. Baby Daisy, pretty almost a Cy Young winner, very close. Same with Gandhi, who they picked up technically.
Yeah, it's like they traded Baby Daisy away. I don't remember exactly who they got in the package. I want to say they got some chemistry for Funky Kong in that package. But then they went right out in the draft and picked up Gandhi, now Cacho Reno, to just do the same thing. He was an incredible pitcher last year. I will say for this particular key arrival, the question mark was he an amazing pitcher or did he just have the best defense in the league behind him?
Yeah,
And
man.
that's going to be like the big question. Now, so we discussed that these guys are the me team. Last season, they had a lot of pairs of me's. Like they had both purples, they had both
True.
black me's, etc. This season, they've got a lot of one-offs. They've got the Undercarter by himself. They've got Blow It Out Your Ass by himself. Bogdanov by himself.
Yeah.
The only pair of me's are the ones that they picked up new in the draft, the white me's, Cacho and Reimu. Really? Reimu? Ha ha ha. Funny. So it's kind of interesting to see maybe a little bit of a shift in dynamic there from like the batting, you go purple, purple, orange, orange, light blue, to this sort of new thing.
Yeah.
Their other big arrival that wasn't a me, Dry Bones, fits into that key arrival of the two white me's to sort of create this new core of Cacho, Ramo, and Dry Bones.
And I honestly wouldn't put him there if they didn't have the white me's to play chemistry with.
I mean, he's a good player. Dry Bones was very good last season. His numbers are very good.
Right.
Kind of hard to get chemistry with him, but they've got the white me's. That's like perfect. You can't ask for better chemistry with someone than the me's of their color.
Yeah.
Green Magic Koopa, they traded for last season, hit one of the only 2 home runs in Peach Ice Garden, if you'll recall. He sort of became the benchmark for how good you have to be to hit a home run in Peach Ice Garden. So we'll see him back again. He'll be doing very well. Undercarter, who they went back and got in the draft, also very good numbers for a solo player. We'll see how well he does. Wiggler. They got this guy because he has chemistry with Funky Kong, new to this season.
Mm-hmm.
And also he's an incredible outfielder. I don't think he's quite 200, but he's very close to 200 if he's not, as far as like speed and outfield throw.
Yeah, and his batting numbers are garbage, so he never got playing time last season.
Yeah. Didn't he have like 2 RBIs without a hit?
Yeah, he was like 0 for 8 because he released on air and maybe he walked on another. I can't remember. It was something funny. Yeah,
so with a minor buff, it's going to look like a massive buff for him. So we'll see.
Yeah.
I mean, they got him to play the outfield. We'll see if he can step up to the plate as well.
Yeah. He was so strangely bad that me, got his first hit of the season. In the trash match.
Trash game. I remember.
Strengths for the Funky Bunch. I wrote down Meme Identity. I can't exactly remember why. Like, the thing about this team is, like, it doesn't look good on paper. And then you'll watch it play and be like, this is actually a really solid team. Like, all these players will fit perfectly together in ways that we will not understand. And that will fit in perfectly with the season title, The Galaxy Brain.
I'm going to make a quick comparison to last season's Dallas Salads, who had what felt like a good number of solid individual players with no chemistry. But these guys have chemistry. They're like an improved version of the Salads with outfield chemistry and a really good for sure starting pitcher.
And a really good for sure dinging Funky Kong, or Kong, I should say. Tiny Kong, Funky Kong.
It comes to the question mark. We're going to be watching all season. Like, he's not, obviously, he didn't hit any home runs last season, but it still felt like if you were in the room and Funky Kong was coming up to bat, you're like running over, like, come on, dude. Funky's at bat, come watch.
Yep.
And bring everyone in the room to see. And if he hit it, you cheered, and if he didn't hit it, you cheered just as loud. So he did not get the buff. He's going to be the same Funky he was last year.
It's true.
But he's going to have a little more chemistry with Wiggler. And blow it out your ass. So we'll see.
And like, I'm not going to say he has the highest expectations on him of all players in the season. He's probably like 3rd at worst. But he's not the highest. We'll talk about that highest player later. That said, for this team, Funky will be the question mark until he hits a dinger. Then we can ask different questions about the team. It's all about getting Funky Dinger right now.
They even named him the Funky Bunch. Like,
exactly.
All the attention is on Funky. I'm going to make a bold prediction here. And I'm going to say maybe Funky doesn't have the best season, but they've got such strong individual players, and they've got that strong outfield. And with Cacho, formerly Gandhi, pitching, I think these guys are coming first.
Oh, of course you do. Jesus. All right. Well, I guess we'll move this thing down again. Funky Bunch are now in first place. Congrats. Oh, and by order of alphabetization and whatever words, we have arrived at boy. I wonder where this team is going to land. Green Crush kept the fewest players. There were a couple teams that did only 3 keepers and went to draft only, but the Green Crush retained only 5 players, and that is an asterisk there because one of those 5 players that was drafted was Cherno, who got dropped as soon as was able for Yellow Shy Guy, which is why that's asterisked down at the bottom. So technically only 4 players on this Green Crush roster from last year.
Which is so crazy because it feels like they have a very similar identity while having replaced so much of their team.
Yep.
But the big loss, you will be missed, my beloved sweet boy.
Cy Young winner. Traded away a Cy Young winner.
Traded away a Cy Young winner for some draft jockeying. So that's gonna be like a well, who do they pitch now? They've only ever had the one starting pitcher.
True.
Like who do they do? And I think they've got some good options here. We'll go to their strengths. Oh, key arrivals, of course, Blue Critter. So we talked about this guy earlier about how he kind of struggled in the outfield with no chemistry. Now he is surrounded by chemistry. He is going to have a much better time. No offense to the Sucks of last season. They clearly did fine with where he was. But he's going to have a much more fun time playing in the outfield with some guys backing him up. And maybe even he won't even get killed every game. Maybe he won't literally get killed and shot like a dog in the street every play.
Well, yeah, he can't, right? The 14 concussions, he is now mandated to no longer play in the outfield.
He's mandated by requirement to wear a helmet.
Oh, okay.
The only baseball player out there required to wear a helmet in the outfield. So he's sort of like the link. And then they've got a bunch of critters. Their strength here is listed as defense with an asterisk. I'm not sure what that asterisk is all about. They've got
I can cover that.
Really fast outfielders. They've got critters in the infield. So one thing to note to people who might not know because they just watch casually or whatnot is that all the player stats are randomized, but there are some, like, I can't think of the word, like ingrained into the character statistics, like your abilities, like your star maneuvers and stuff like that. And critters are one of the people who have like a special basket catch, sort of, calling to their strikers counterparts who are really good goalkeepers. They call it, I believe, the basket catch, or maybe they even call it the keeper catch.
Keeper catch, yeah.
Yeah, that's it. So they can do like these diving plays, and let me tell you, as someone who was intimately familiar with the Mean Green last year, that is one of their biggest missing qualities was infield defense. So we'll see. I think they tried to model themselves a little bit after the Sluggies of last season, where they wanted to be defense first.
Yeah.
But they're not slouches offensively either. Obviously, Luigi's still there. Silver Slugger last year. Didn't quite win MVP. Didn't quite deserve MVP. But he was a ferocious bat. 5 home runs in one game. No one's ever going to forget that. Cherno will be missed, but Carlos is still there. Better than ever. Red Koopa is coming back. He was very quietly an on-base guy. Dark Bones, who they got from the Salads. Very exciting offensive numbers. Critter didn't get much of a chance to play last season because of his 4 outfield throw. Now 24 outfield throw. That's pretty good, right? 24?
See, that's the asterisk, by the way. All 3 outfield positions are locked in. Shortstop is locked in. Critter, with his 24 throw, is playing second base. And clearly, the Green Crush manager is saying, surely 24 is not too low to throw, with chemistry, to first base. That is my asterisk. Let's see a ground ball to second base, how it ends up.
I'd like to see a lot of ground balls to second base this season, actually.
Oh, geez. All right. Fair enough.
Question mark. Their offense. Yeah, so they've got Luigi, and then they've got Dark Bones, but Dark Bones has low trajectory. A lot of people don't know like how trajectory works. Low trajectory just means that they don't hit the ball very high. They can still hit it out, but with the chemistry with like buddy catches and stuff, a lot of times that outfield's going to get to the ball if it's too low. And we mentioned this with the Monarchs earlier, with King Boo and King Sea Hat Lizard. They hit the ball so high because they have high trajectory. So for like a slugger, you want high trajectory. Now you'll still see some home runs with low. You'll still see some home runs with medium. But their only true like all-star gonna pipe a million balls over the outfield is Luigi.
Yeah.
So we'll see if the rest of the team can pick up the slack offensively.
Yeah, and it's weird because like Green Koopa, King Piss, like Carlos is a reliable base hitter. Red Koopa, same thing like you said. And then like Dark Bones has great numbers on paper, and he like should have synergy with the rest of this roster. But like still, I can't help but think there might not be offensive consistency throughout the lineup throughout the season. So like Green Crutch should be the number one defense, I think, this season. But will they have the offense to back it up?
Exactly. What we're hoping, the Green Crush front office, is we're getting second half Sluggers and not first half Sluggers from trying to model our team sort of after that.
Yeah, there you go. So with that, I think, especially given how this whole thing has gone, I'm just going to copy this list, move it down here.
These guys have legendary defense, serviceable offense. I think they're going to come in 8th place.
8th place? Of course. Of course, you goddamn meme lord. All right, fine. We'll put him down here. Next up, the actual first place team after the whole thing was said and done anyways. Second in the regular season, ended up winning the whole thing. It is Who's Sluggies, because Mario, as you call the Mandate of Heaven, is no longer on the team.
Yes! Who's Sluggies no longer has the Mandate of Heaven. They do not have the man himself.
Yeah.
What were they thinking?
Well, like, he's great from a center fielding defense perspective, but his bat leaves something to be desired even after the buff. So that's why I put an asterisk on the key departures there. But he gets to be on the list because Mandate of Heaven. You got Mario on your team, you have a chance to win the whole thing.
Yeah, you got Mario. That's like you got the guy.
Yeah.
The actual key departures, Gandhi, who they started every game in the second half and won just about every game in the second half. Huge. And I want to say in the regular season in the second half that he pitched 21 outs every game. And
he lost only one of them. And usually like he only gave up a couple run stops. He was solid.
Yeah. He and even in the playoffs I think he did exceptionally well.
Yep.
So they've let him depart. They brought in Firebro, who, again, as of the time of this recording, is going to be their starting pitcher.
Wow.
I don't think he had much history pitching for the Nuts formerly, or the Monarchs formerly the Nuts last season.
They had plenty of pitchers in front of Firebro.
Perhaps they're going to be leaning on Red Toad. Now that Red Toad can perhaps go from getting 1 out to 2 outs with his increase in stamina.
Yeah, it's possible.
But okay, so obviously the red core is still here. At the beginning of this recording, I sort of joshed that every team was going to be significantly better than last season. These guys actually really aren't that much better, but they won last season convincingly. Last season, they didn't need to get better to compete at the top level this season.
And they did add a second red me in Morshoe.
They did get the second red me, so they're going to have he was a nightmare in the outfield. They've got 2 red me's, and we talked about him earlier, Red Shy Guy, who moved from the infield, is now playing in the outfield, but they've got 3 incredible outfielders. And they've got, I think, Red Yoshi for the infield. He's still going to be playing short, I would assume.
Yeah, like you could almost put Shy Guy instead of Roshi at shortstop, but at the same time, like, you may as well keep the VLC Roshi there.
Of course, they got Leaf Girl now, Osaka back.
Yeah.
And she was a really good piece. She got dropped and reacquired, so she's going to have a buff, be even better.
Yeah.
They lost... I keep getting the Piantas mixed up. They
Mike
lost Mike
Pianta.
Pianta.
Yeah.
He was a good batter, a really good batter in their lineup. But you know what he was there for? He had a chemistry chain that ran through Mario, and they don't have Mario anymore, so they're not going to be feeling that loss as much as you would expect.
Yeah.
They're red, and boy howdy, they are red. And you're going to feel it all season, just how red these guys are.
And they'll still have a very respectable defense, if not one of the top 2, top 3 in the league for sure.
Yeah. No one's going to look at this team and be like, oh, this is easy. I'll just put the ball wherever I want. No, you're going to be putting the ball in their glove, and you're going to feel it.
Yeah, and like the pitching, though, Was their defense due to pitching, or was it due to like infield and outfield defense? It's obviously a combination, but how? Like, what will they do for pitching? Who will be their starters? Will they find another Gandhi? Will they like trade or pick up a free agent or something like that? That's the big question for the Sluggies to me.
That's yes. But they had Gandhi last year. Everybody's going to be asking the question: was it Gandhi? Was it the defense? Personally, I'm in the camp. It was the defense. Gandhi was good. Don't get me wrong, but he had the best defense in the league back in him, and the best defense in the league didn't really go anywhere.
Alrighty, so then do we put who's Sluggies back here at first? I guess and that's where we're probably going to put these guys, right?
Well, I mean, like I said, they didn't really improve over their last season. They didn't bring in any huge guys. They kind of lost Gandhi. They kind of like Mike Pianta. I'm going to be a little bit of realist here and say first.
Okay. Got me. All right. Well, and finally, Yoshi Tax Dodgers. By the way, we're at 35 minutes. The Yoshi Tax Dodgers drafted exactly who you would expect. The unused Pianta, who is orange, has been named to Kike Pianta already. And the thing about the Tax Dodgers, I am the belief they did not actually change much. Last season, they had 2 green Miis. They had a bunch of green characters, but they couldn't get the chemistry between them. This season, they have a bunch of orange characters, like 3 brand world premiere orange characters, Orange Pianta, Toad, and Yoshi, and Orange Mii. But it seems on paper this is like, even though it's the same strategy, it's better.
Yeah, well, this sort of leads back to me saying every team is better. They finished the offseason, they played the trash match, and then apparently the Tax Dodgers general manager flew up to New York and watched a bunch of Syracuse games. For those of you who don't know, that was a really smart college football joke because they're the Big Orange.
Go on.
Anyways, but so new player, Orange Pianta, Orange Toad, Orange Yoshi. They went out and they got the oranges, and they were like, I don't give a fuck that I can't rhyme these characters. Orange Pianta, again, I'm calling back to that high trajectory. His numbers are incredible. This guy is going to hoot him to the moon. Like, you're going to have to take that 1,000-year door pipe from the 1,000-year door and go to the moon to catch that ball before it hits the ground. And there's no Paper Mario, so they won't be able to turn sideways and get up there.
Well, there's regular Mario on the team, but he's not on any other team.
But he's on their team, so he's not going to do it.
Yeah,
but speaking of, here's Mario, by the way. As of the time of this recording, he is both in the center field and starred. I don't believe he was ever starred on his own team, his Sluggies. So it'll be interesting to see if he can actually make himself a presence at the plate. Or if he's going to be more like when Mario comes up is like when you go to the bathroom, get a soda, whatever.
That's how it was last season. And if you missed his star hit where he drove in 2 runs, that was his big offensive highlight for the most part. But with a star and with a buff, he could like put up some decent numbers tonight.
Mm-hmm. Another player they retained, Triforce, now Master Chief. He was such an odd player,
right?
Because he looked really good, his numbers were really good, but it just didn't translate to the field. And now he's come back, he's got a buff, he's getting another shot with the Tax Dodgers, he's getting another shot as their starting pitcher, which will be interesting to see because he had a kind of bombastic start last season. We'll see if he can actually put up the numbers that the stats say he should have. As they say, he should, everything's like, this guy should be a good pitcher. Last season, I'm just saying he needed talcum powder for that belly because he was a belly itcher.
Oh boy. Alright, cool. We'll check it. Distracted by things in the side tube. People are streaming right now. Orange Chem, strengths of the Tax Dodgers we mentioned. Same strategy. You question the speed of the Tax Dodgers.
Yes, so one of the slower teams, they don't have a whole lot of really elite fast players. And actually, if you look at statistics, if you average everyone, not maybe the numerical average, but the player average is a little over 133 out of a scale to 200. And they have 2 players that are above that average line. So the question is speed important? And
Yeah.
we'll see. It's a we'll see.
Yeah, they got the arms, maybe not the speed.
Maybe a low 100 speed is enough. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Because they're slow, but they're not like Purple Toad was slow last season, if that makes sense. They're just going to be lighting the base paths on fire. They don't have any of those 200 speed, 200 outfield guys who are sort of scoping balls out in center field, but they'll have Mario. And if kind of like Bowser was last season for the Melties when it was his team, is they've got a really elite center field guy and then some all right guys on the left and right.
Yeah.
So we'll see if he can sort of make up for their lack of speed with his own speed.
Indeed. Well, that's the last team of our 8. Where shall the Tax Dodgers finish? Like the ceiling is sky high. You know, they finished 8th last season. Can they do the unthinkable and finish 7th or higher?
There's only one way to go up from here, and I see there's only one slot left to the expected table, so we'll slot him right in that free space at first.
That is 7, not a 1, but accepted. Yoshi Tax Dodgers. Congrats, finishing 1st in the season. Sorry to the Berto Sox, who started off feeling pretty good at the beginning of this broadcast, I'm sure. You are now 7th.
Are they not still 1st? Put them 1st.
You know what? There you go. Oops, all 1st. Oh boy. Oh geez. Oh fuck. Oh god.
No, don't lose it. Don't lose
it. The business. We exposed the business.
We only need you for another minute, Papel. We're good. We got it.
Yeah. Speaking of minutes, now let's get some fun music. Do the matchups. We don't have much to say about the specific matchups, but for old time's sake, let's bring this bitch up. Hit the music.
Let's go.
And quickly tonight, time for the matchups. First is going to be the Green Crush and the Funky Bunch. Both lost their wildcard matchups. Green Koopa starting on the hill versus Dry Bones. Well, was starting on the hill. It's going to be Raymu starting for the Funky Bunch at Luigi's Mansion.
Yeah, so opening the season. Last season we started at Luigi's Mansion. This season we're starting at Luigi's Mansion. Different team. Well, one different team. The Green Crush played last season. They won the first game, but they were the home team. This time they're the away team. We'll see if they can repeat that, or maybe if the Funky Bunch make a decisive statement and say, "Hey, we're here to play."
Dixie Kong Wiggler in front of Funky Kong. Will he hit a dinger? Find out later. Daisy Cruiser Knight will play host to the Dingers and the Dallas Slads. Really interesting expectations for both these teams. Dingers probably feel like they could do better than a wild card spot than they did last season. Slads just want to make the wild card, but they want to show off their brand new lineup with the Bros and the Warriors, or the Wapros.
Yeah, no, another interesting matchup. We'll see if this new look Dingers, all the same but new look Dingers, are as impressive as I think they'll be, or if the Slads are here to be like, no, we're not going to be in the basement this time. We are ready, we're primed, and we're ready to not. No, wait, they won last season's opener. They're ready to win last season's opener again. Maybe not 12-11 this time.
Indeed. Third matchup of the night, Yoshi Tax Dodgers will go to Bowser Jr.'s Playroom to take on the Sucks. 8th versus 1st. Last season. A lot of NA with the new characters. Ziz batting second. As you mentioned earlier, Master Chief is going to be getting the hill. Mario getting the star for the Tax Dodgers. And then on the other side, Baby Daisy starting for the Berto Sox.
Not a surprise there. There is a little bit of intrigue because I believe Daisy's not starting today, despite the fact that they traded for the rights and kept her.
Yeah.
A little experimental with their lineup, and now's the time to experiment.
Yeah.
1st versus 8th. From last season, but remember they split the series last season 1-1, so it's not like it was a one-sided shellacking, and both teams are they're hungry for their first win.
Oh damn, loop gods, we're gonna eat good. We're looping again as we go to the last matchup, which is the one with the most drama. Yes, this is how the schedule randomly rolled. The rematch of these series, Burger King Monarchy versus now whose Sluggies, not his Sluggies. Boo! Gonna be starting on the mound for the Monarchy, and then on the other side, Fire Bro, newcomer, getting the starting position.
What a test for the new look defense for Who Sluggies it anyways. Can they keep the ball in the yard against King K. Rool, against King Boo, against all their good hitters? I think they'll be able to keep everyone else in the yard. It's a question if they can keep those two down. As I always say with the Monarchs, it's going to come down to who can outscore the other, and I think we're going to start the season that way as well.
Yeah, and on Warrior City night as well, small ballpark, plenty of...
Dingers!
Dingers! Well, ladies and gentlemen, should be starting in a few minutes now. Enjoy the Sluggers. Have a good night. I forget how to sign these things off. GG's.
See you tonight. Later. Well, that was what? About 5 minutes?